Joining me right now, Anthony Scaramucci, former White House communications director under President Trump and author of a new book, From Wall Street to the White House and Back, The Scaramucci Guide to Unbreakable Resilience. First, congratulations on the new book.
Hey, thank you very much. Good morning. Happy Memorial Day.
Thank you very much. And again, thank you to all of those who served in our nation and allowed us to have the freedom that we do, even though we've got some things we got to fix. I really quickly want to ask you about that Trump campaign rally in the Bronx. You're a lifetime New Yorker. You worked closely with both parties over the years. Do you think Democrats are open to hearing and responding to a black and brown community that doesn't fit inside the historic box or narrative?
Well, listen, I'm old enough to remember Ronald Reagan going to the South Bronx in the 1980s, and believe it or not, New York back then was a swing state. He won that state in 80 and 84. It's just a different country today, and so I see what President Trump is doing, but I don't really see how it helps him. That's a place that's not going to vote for him. New York is not going to move for him. He did say that he was going to go to Madison Square Garden and fill Madison Square Garden with 20,000 people. He did get a couple thousand people up there. I get the messaging, but I don't really see how that helps him at the campaign. Having said that, I do agree with Mr. Trump about some of the problems that we have here in New York. And it'll be interesting to see if his presence here will move some of the Democrats to the center. Because if President Biden wants to win the campaign, he has to tack away from the hard left and move back into the moderate center.
I think a lot of people are wanting to be in that center because they see the extremes are not working. But one of the reasons that Trump appeals to these communities, at least the ones we've heard from, you can see it all over social media, is his no-nonsense kind of New York style, which you yourself can relate to. Your new book, you give advice for people who've been fired, those who've embarrassed themselves publicly. I'm reading it directly from press content. So you say there's a way out of anything people are going through. What do you say the secret is?
Well, I think you have to care just a little bit less what other people think about you. I think ultimately your grandmother was right. You know, what other people think about you is none of your business. And I think in an age of social media, particularly for young children, it is very, very hard. They're looking at their peers through a filter. They live an unfiltered life, but they think their peers are living a filtered one. And I would just say to people, you know, I not only got fired from the White House, I actually got fired from Goldman Sachs about 30 years ago, and it was weird. I ended up getting rehired at Goldman. But the point being, these things feel devastating in the beginning, but they're not as bad as people think. And I just wanted to put it out there that you can survive just about anything as long as it's not a health issue. And as long as you're an honest, direct person and you keep your integrity, I think that's the big thing. If you keep your integrity, there's always opportunity for you. And so, you know, I went back to my business, rebuilt my business, have grown the business, and am having a lot of fun in the crypto space, et cetera. So I think that's the overriding message. Care a little less about what other people think of you.
I know that we've gone over our half-hour mark, but I just want to say, I mean, what I think is amazing is when people who have had very high highs, like yourself, and low lows, that you put out a book where you say that failure is not final. And there are a lot of folks who feel that their life is over when they make a mistake. But what would you say your number one lesson is, quickly, before we let you go?
Be nice. Number one lesson is be nice. You know, and particularly to people that you think you can't get anything from. Be non-transactional and be nice.
All right, Anthony Scaramucci, thank you so much for being with us on Morning in America, and congratulations on your new book.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.